Hey there, it's Shauna. I hope you're doing great. Welcome to your weekly astrology forecast for December 18th. So this week is all about new soul direction. And so I'm calling that this because we are at a little bit of a shift point in the astrology of this week. We have the winter solstice and some other cool things that I'm excited to share with you. And then I have 3 tips for you to have an amazing week. So let's get started. So this week we have the sun moving into the sign of Capricorn. And so this is important because the sun is insight into what it is that we're focused on. It's kind of like the big cosmic spotlight, so to speak. And so the sun is moving from the sign of Sagittarius, which is about belief systems and faith and expanding our awareness, into Capricorn. And so Capricorn is about diligence, devotion, and really doing the work that we need to do in order to create a solid foundation in our lives. So when the sun moves into Capricorn, it also marks the solstice. So this is the winter solstice in the northern hemisphere and then the summer solstice in the southern hemisphere. So depending on where you are in the world, it doesn't matter what season you're in, there's still this shift point, because the solstice is the time when the sun appears to shift directions. And there's a change of our balance of light, whether it's northern or southern. So in the northern hemisphere, we're in winter, and the solstice marks the shortest day of the year. And so going forward, we're going to be moving towards the days getting longer. And then it's the opposite in the southern hemisphere. So southern hemisphere, you're in the summer and you're having the longest day on the solstice, and the days have been getting longer and longer and longer. And now that's going to shift. The days are going to start to get shorter and shorter and shorter. So this is related to that new soul direction because the sun represents our soul and our spiritual vitality. And so there may be this shift point that you feel, especially a shift from Sagittarius to Capricorn denotes where we want to recommit ourselves, where we really want to get down to business. So that, along with Saturn moving into the sign of Capricorn, is also important too, because Saturn is all about devotion and diligence and all of these Capricornian type things. So we may feel a little bit more of a somber tone this week, a little more serious, like we're ready to get some shit done. At the same time, we have Venus trine Uranus, and so Venus is the planet of socializing. It's about love and beauty and sex and attraction, all of these things. And it's coming into contact with Uranus. Uranus is the great awakener. It helps us to break free of old patterns. So this is a cool time to socialize, to get out, to try something new. So that's kind of nice because it breaks up this more serious tone for the week. And then I know you're going to be really excited about this. We have Mercury stationing direct. So that means Mercury retrograde is done as of Friday or Saturday this week, depending on where you are in the world, either Friday the 22nd or Saturday the 23rd. And so what that means is that our reviewing process is finishing up this week. So we're finishing up all of this reflection and thinking, and you're gonna know more than me what that has looked like for you over the past few weeks. But anything where like technical stuff has been kind of like fucked up, or communication or plans or whatever it is, all of this, we're gonna be like wrapping that up and tying it up in a neat little bow this weekend. So that being said, I have 3 tips for you to really make the most of this energy for this week. The first tip is to rededicate yourself to a project. So this is because we're in Capricorn season, and we're not just in Capricorn season. There's the solstice, the sun and Capricorn are coming together to meet. Saturn is newly in the sign of Capricorn, so it's a really great time to rededicate yourself to something that's important to you, that's a long-term goal. I'm talking like think like months and years kind of situation. So you know what's best for you, but I want you to think about that. What is it that you would like to rededicate yourself to this week, especially as like a symbolic act of rededication. So tip number 2 is to also go out and have some fun. So especially Venus trine Uranus will be happening midweek, like Wednesday, Thursday. So, you know, go try something new, connect with new people, and don't take yourself too seriously. So that's tip number 2. And then before I give you tip number 3, I have a quote that I'd like to share with you. So this is from a poet that I've been following recently on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, you know she's one that I repost a lot. Her name is Nikita Gill, and she is the person that we're featuring on the Feminine Principle podcast this week. She says, "It took Michelangelo 4 years to paint the Sistine Chapel. It took Da Vinci 4 years to paint the Mona Lisa. Van Gogh created Starry Night only a year before he died. So be patient with your progress and take all the time you need, for you too are creating a masterpiece." So I thought this was really perfect for this week with all of this Capricorn energy that we have going on. And you know, so I say this to you and then I say it to myself as well, because I am always like really wanting to move forward and to get things done and to have success in my life. Like I want success now, like ASAP, like yesterday. And I'm realizing it doesn't always work that way. And some of the most successful people that I admire, it's taken them a long time to get to where they are, and especially like the Van Gogh, like he painted that a year before he died. And there's so many stories of very well-known and very successful, worldly successful people who have really just come into their own much later in their life. And so that's something to take to heart for this week, because this week is about just that. It's about being in, like enjoying your life now and enjoying that process of working on what it is that you're excited about, and then having a certain level of detachment on when that is going to come back to you, like when you will be successful in whatever way whatever that means to you. Success can mean a lot of different things for people. So that. And then tip number 3, okay, something for Mercury retrograde. So I would say wait until next week to do the things that you're gonna do that are Mercury retrograde related. So if you've been like waiting to sign contracts or to buy something new, or to, I don't know, like make plans or to like make an arrangement or something like that, anything that you've been like holding off on, I would hold it. Like don't go Saturday, Sunday and go sign the contract, because Mercury will have just freshly stationed direct. So I would say wait until next week. So that's my tip. You know what I say, you got to do what you got to do, but if you can, I would wait until next week. So that is your horoscope for the week. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you did, please share it with a friend. And if you want to get deeper into this astrology in much more detail than I can do on this video, you can listen to the Feminine Principle podcast that I co-host with my friend Mel of Energetic Principles. It's called The Feminine Principle, Astrology for Authentic Living. And I'll have a link down below so that you can listen on iTunes, Podbean, or even YouTube. And then of course I still have my 2018 Moon Journal available for sale. That's available on Etsy, and it's either, I'll have a link down below for that too. It's available either spiral bound or PDF version. And if you've been following me on Instagram, you know that I've been selling out of them. Like I'll get a shipment and then I'll sell out of it right away. And so thank you for your patience for everyone who has ordered. And if, you know, it's been a little bit of a wait game sometimes depending on when your order comes in, but just know that I'm really trying to get these out to you as quickly as possible, and I appreciate your patience and your excitement for it too. It's really sweet. So yeah, get that. Really awesome Christmas gift and just something for yourself for the new year as well. So yeah, that's all for today. Wishing you an amazing week, and I'll talk to you soon. Namaste.